then you can start.
Yeah. So, welcome everyone for this Aarohi Open Learning Community. As the name suggests, Aarohi is evolving, and Open Learning Community means open for all ages. It could be children, it could be youth, it could be families. Any age is open, and learning means all kinds of learnings are equal. It is, and communities, the community runs this entire community. So, open learning is where we say that it's not just a child joining, it is a family joining. So we all form a community of open learners, and that's where we are, Aarohi Life Open Learning Community. Yeah, next screen. So we all are together for this evening and to know that what is the purpose of education. And according to us, education is nothing but it is to live and learn from every opportunity and every experience that we live. And that is where we see the purpose of education. And also to make ourselves the leader of ourselves, to lead our life, to choose next screen. Kritika. To lead ourselves, to understand what we would like to learn and what is that interests me, and how to decide what I want to learn, how I want to learn. And there are few things in the open learning, what we say the propositions, like first is we are not bound by curriculum. We are deciding everything under the sky is our curriculum. Yeah, next screen. So as you see, the world is our learning map, and anything and everything under the sky is our curriculum. It could, for us, all learnings are equal, and so you can see that. And the next part is, uh, we say that trust the child. The child is capable of learning anything what they want to learn. And also they are capable of figuring out how to learn, how much to learn, where to learn, with whom to learn. From our experiences, we have seen all children of different ages. It is starting from actually, if you see 1 2 3, they are already open learners, and above 3 also, whenever they decide to learn, they know whom to ask, what to ask, and how to get things what they want to know. So this is our experience. And the open learning, why we say we do not want to teach is, like, for us it is not only one, there is no one teacher for any open learners. For them, first is they themselves are the first teachers to know from their journey, and second is the family and friends and neighborhood and the locality where they live, and the city where they live, and the entire world is the open learning circle where they can connect with anyone whomever they want to learn from. And that's the beauty of the community, so that it is open for all of us. And the other part is where we say, um, why should others assess my own learning journey? First is to me to understand where I stand in my own learning. So the first step is to assess myself. That is one important part of the open learning journey. And it just doesn't stop that my own assessment, it also comes with the people who are around me, my peers can assess me, family can assess, and the community is there to assess how we are growing, what we are doing, and all these assessments are the feedbacks for child to grow to the next level. And for us, the open learners means they learn from and they learn along and they learn with all the, with anybody and everybody. That is what we say for open learners. And we also say that there is why we restrict ourselves to do in one particular way. There, if we see, there are so many possibilities the child is capable of learning, not only just by degrees, but they have so many different ways of so many different choices, and there are so many possibilities the child can learn. Next. It is, as I shared, that the anything under the sky is the curriculum for the child. So the child has entire world and entire things for them to learn. And open learning is all about giving freedom for them to choose what they wanted to. And open learning is nothing. Community is nothing but live together and co-learn together and co-create together. So co-support also. Like for example, if I am interested in something and Kitika is interested in something, and we together come together and learn, and also we connect with the community. This is what I am learning. I learned. I need this support. So that is where the community comes for us. In the open learning community plays a very important role in taking us to the next level. Yeah. And for us, the learning location, it doesn't restrict us from just restricted to a home. It just travels throughout the world. Like it starts with home, then with the campus, then with other open learning families, and then wherever we travel. That is why we say the entire world is our map for us to learn from anyone and everyone. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, somewhere as Leela was talking about, there is no need to impose on our children school, college, or degrees as the only way. And we've been believing this and, kind of talking about this for many years. And many of the Aarohi children eventually went on to carve their own professional paths. But somewhere we felt there is a solid need for many others to kind of who may not be enjoying the academic or the school way of or the college or the degree way of doing things. So we thought there needs to be a space where youth who may not want to do it, who may want to do it in their own ways, or who may want to do it in different ways, or who may not be enjoying the academic way, there needs to be a space for them. And that was the that's where CoVersity was born. While Ratnesh and Aditi, the co-founders, their children, their daughter has been a self-led learner where no 10th, no 12th, no degrees. Somewhere CoVersity came into being last 2 years. We did a pilot, and in 2023 is when the first batch came to life. And I'm going to be sharing about how that journey has been. So some of the reasons quickly we'll look at, like, something that the youth are facing today. One is I have to be very clear about my interests or which professional stream I have to take. Is it really possible for everyone? Some of us at 30, 35 are still, figuring it out. So why should we be expecting our youth to, decide so early on in their life? Then, the whole peer pressure or the competition, and also the whole, roller coaster ride of emotions that they go through in this face. So these are some of the challenges we thought they're facing. Uh, and then how does the conventional system may not really work for everyone, right? Like if someone is not sure of what they want to pursue, how do they choose their stream? And then you're stuck in that stream for, until your graduation or post graduation. So somewhere we thought that's a big challenge. Some youth are very keen on doing hands on practical work rather than studying something, giving exams, and that's not the way they want to go about their learning. uh, and some really want to like pick up the pace and get into doing mode, working mode, and doing very industry specific work. Uh, and why somewhere the thought was, why sit behind evaluations, judgments in terms of exams, marks. The whole thing is, can our youth spend that time building their skill set, which will eventually help them in their professional domain. So, and something that we are also, so while these are the challenges, the world today has really opened up for so many things, which is why something like a co-city journey is even more exciting, right? Because today you have the abundance of possibilities when it comes to professional choices. It's no longer your top creme uh, domains that parents are also looking at or teens are looking at. There's so many options that one can look at. The industry is also open to youth doing internships or volunteering, or just assisting them. uh, and people are excited to be connecting with fresh young blood who are ready to challenge the status quo and keep questioning things. And finally we want to see, like, ultimately, if as adults We want our children to take charge of their life, including professional, personal. Why not start it, from the youth or the teenage phase? So some of the propositions that we thought is, hey, youth should be, or teens, this is the phase you can really explore different domains deeply. Like, why should you really make a decision based on some vague understanding or confusion? Why not, explore different domains deeply to see, hey, this is what maybe I like doing. Uh, and youth are excited. They like to do work that is relevant, contextual, that's building their skills, and that is giving them the expertise that they need in their respective domain. And they also see a lot of value when it comes to learning from industry experts, right? Which gives them a solid skill set building, and also a very deep understanding of the domains that they are wanting to go further into. And the synergy is amazing when they are together, co-creating, challenging each other, also holding each other accountable. There's a lot of facilitation that we've seen happens when they come together in a cohort. So suddenly you're not alone trying to figure things out. You have a bunch of like-minded, passionate youth or teenagers also on this journey with you. And finally, we say, hey, why be certified by a single piece of paper, which is a degree, or, uh, uh, why can't you be work certified, wherein you build a portfolio, a wealth of portfolio of all the work that you're capable of doing, and, you kind of take that as your certification to the industry. Um, So in July, we started with these 7 youth, and in Jan, we had another 3 join them. Totally, as of now, we have this bunch of youth doing it the CoVersity way. So maybe just Okay, so it's all about coming together as a cohort, doing solid industry specific work in one or multiple domains, doing it through projects, internships. You're also supported by guides, mentors, and the idea is to build first expertise in my domain. And also, along with the professional expertise, it's also about building myself by virtue of being on this journey, on this self directed journey. A lot of the things is led by the learner themselves, and that builds a lot of that is a lot of equipping themselves with things that they can take charge of their life. So what does it mean to be joining CoVersity? We say, there's no barriers to join. Any youth between 13 to 21 can join. You start with a minimum of 1 year of commitment, and you can join either in Jan, which we went by, or July is the next chance. And this entire 1 year is divided into 2 phases. On some phase, at some point, you'll be at the campus along with your cohort. This is the time where you're building you're planning and building and working on the domain that you want to go further into, and you can really decide in the way you want to learn. So it's very specific to how you want to go about doing work in that domain. Side by side, you are also building a lot of self development, and this is all happening through the cohort where they work on different aspects of their professional and personal life. The second phase is where you go off campus, and this is the time to kind of get out there in the real world, do internships, apprenticeship, take up a business if that's what you're interested in, or maybe volunteering. So at this phase, you're not at the campus. This is something we strongly believe in. Like when we trust the child, we also trust that they are capable of making the decisions for their life, and we are there as the supporting pillars for them. couple of things. I am just going to be pasting this. Sorry, give me a moment. I will paste this on the WhatsApp chat before we go to the question and answers. So I would suggest please save this so that you have an understanding of which way you can reach us based on your need and interest. Then the next thing is we have the next experience week from Feb 19 to Feb 23. This is for younger children as well as teens to come experience this way of learning, living, doing your professional journey, the campus, the people who are at the community. And the other thing is we have our uh, program, our flagship program, which has been running for more than 20 years now, Jagriti, which is an unlearning program for parents. It's ongoing. I think 3 sessions are over so far, but you can still join. You get recordings and you become part of uh, the Jagriti group in that sense. It's a very action packed, lot of discussions. Don't It's not a very preachy gyan kind of a thing. It's a lot of unlearning that happens. So that's one thing. Yes, and the final announcement is we have a parenting circle every Thursday where you can become part of the circle, and it's a very safe, non-judgmental space for parents to come together and share about their journeys together. And of course, the Saturday meetup is there, and experience week is 19th of Feb. Okay, so maybe I will stop my share and we can open for some questions or yeah.
Yeah, the floor is open for each one of you to share your questions and whatever is your thoughts after listening to all this. Yeah, there is.
Okay, I have shared all the relevant links that you may need. Uh, so yeah, would be nice if you want to kind of go further and do your own research or get in touch with us. These are the links that might help you.
Hi, Kritika. Hi. I think I've gone through pretty much all of the content information available there.
Your voice is
Um,
breaking.
what I'd like to know
Yeah.
is uh, what else can, so I think could be the network.
Yes, Anup, you want to try now?
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
better.
Yeah. I think the other voice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was just saying, so I think I pretty much went through all the information out there which is available online. And we are planning as a family to visit on the 19th, the next month's February's week
Mm.
stay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand, like, other than that, is there any other opportunities to get a sense of um, what the
We
Sorry,
lost your
Anup.
voice.
Yeah, we lost you. Okay, maybe if others have any thoughts or any questions, maybe that we can take up till Anup is back.
Okay, so let me just ask one question. So I understood the CoVersity concept, and I
Mm,
think if we just ignore like a schooling system which is there for last maybe 200 to 300 years, perhaps before that people were doing exactly what kind of like similar to what is being said, maybe in the form of like in Indian traditional Gurukul concept or any other concept. So they were doing what you are saying as like learning different trades and then deciding what they really want to do.
mm,
But last 300 years approximately, things have changed a lot. So
mm,
I guess naturally every parent's mind this question comes. So why this? Why to do this differently? What is really that trigger? That we should do it in this way at this kind of time in the world, or in like in a whichever way like we want to in what context this is better than the
mm.
traditional approach. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. No, I just kind of trying to get the last bit, Sujay. You said this kind of, and what was that kind? I did not get.
Acha. Okay. So basically, since this approach of coversity was, if I were to correlate, it was there earlier prior to traditional, schooling system. Anyway, people used to do exactly how it has been said that kids will explore different interests. And
Mm,
in a Gurukul system, that I'm saying Gurukul just because we are all from India and we are mostly know about that. But there were other
mm,
systems in the world, like where similar approach was taken. Now, past 200 years, mostly 200 to 250 years, mostly the schooling system has driven, all these other traditional systems out. And
mm,
the schooling system is considered as the only alternative as of now for the workforce, right? I mean,
mm,
that's the supplier of workforce.
mm,
So,
mm,
something that is outdated, so to speak, why to bring it back again? And
mm.
what is the need of that? And where is the context for that? I have
Sure,
few thoughts
sure.
of my own, but I'm trying to understand, like, from other people, what they are thinking.
Okay, okay, sure. So, others want to maybe share some, any similar thoughts you have with respect to what Sujay shared, or you have anything that you want to contribute, and then maybe, I can share my thoughts, or Leela can share her thoughts.
I think on the basis of, like, see, for example, we study something in college, but necessarily if the jobs that people do are not actually what they have studied. Now, I have had friends who studied microbiology, but they ended up doing business development. So nothing that you actually study is always relevant to the career you are choosing later on. So why go through all that study and wasting time if you could actually follow what you're passionate about? That is what I think this kind of education is important.
Okay.
Okay, I just have one follow-up question with this specific answer. this thing can actually happen even if we go through a CoVersity path, in a sense that the youths are exploring different options, which is really good. But the exploration would be definitely limited to a certain extent. I mean, they can go into their interest, but I think like going too much deep into any subject is almost impossible based on like, kind of vast knowledge that is available for everything almost there in the world today. So this, what you have said, can also happen within this context, that somebody within a CoVersity or earlier, like as a, earlier to joining CoVersity, can study or can really be interested in one aspect, but then they will do a career into completely different aspect. It's possible. That's what I'm saying. So
Absolutely,
what is the,
Sujay.
yeah.
Sujay, absolutely with you on that point. And that is pretty much what we are seeing, right? Like people, irrespective of, okay, let's take the degree system. Even if they're doing the degree, there are many, if not most or majority, but there are, if we look in our circles also, there are people who kind of go on to switch careers, switch multiple careers, right? For that matter. And that is precisely the reason why we feel there is no point, or, no, what's the benefit of then kind of really sticking to that, to one stream for so many years, for 3 years minimum, to say the least. And in that time, the way you are learning is by the academic way, which is great if it works for you, and which is great for certain professions. Like we know where professions that degree is a must. And last time we had a debate on this very topic, and somewhere we could count like 10 main domains that actually need a degree, that where it is a mandatory thing. But for others, when eventually you may or may not switch, and why not have the flexibility, if that's a thing that you want to do, if you want to switch, that should also be okay. So coming to your point of why CoVersity, or why go back to the way it was done, or if it's outdated. uh, don't know whether if it's outdated, or if it is if it is something that we are going back to the old system. But the idea, or at least the intention with CoVersity is, hey, youth should be given the freedom and the responsibility to kind of take charge of their professional journey. And they should be, they should not be fretting about things that, I'm stuck in this career stream, or, and as supporting pillars, there are a lot of supporting, buffers in their journey to kind of guide them. So that's the intention of CoVersity. And as you said, even if tomorrow they're switching, because this journey is also, because it's self-directed, a lot of figuring out happens as they figure out their journey, right? So the idea is to equip myself to kind of tomorrow, even if I change my domain, if that's the case, if that's how it has to be for me, I am equipped to do that. So it's a lot of building professional expertise outright, in terms of the skill set building, not learning theory and then doing exams and then working. We're saying go out there, and that deep diving is your decision maker, right? To see, hey, because a lot of the times you may have interest in a particular thing, which is great and which is very different when you're doing at your individual level. But when you go out there and do it at the industry professional level, that might be a very different ball game. Which is what a lot of us as adults, continue, I mean, go on to do in the latter part of their life. So we are saying this is the time. Why can't we, empower our youth to do this at this phase of their life, right? Deeply explore uh, at least couple of domains if they're not clear, to be able to make that decision.
Yeah, I'll just add few more points, Sujay, what you shared. Before that, Vishnu has raised his hand. Maybe I'll listen to Vishnu and then I will answer your 2 points. Yeah. Yes, Vishnu, you can share.
Hello everyone. Just trying trying to understand the basics of Aarohi system. One point we come to know that in Aarohi we have a concept like 4 weeks on campus, 4 weeks off campus. Is it for both students and parents? When we are in on campus, how does it really works? Do we have faculties around? What sort of help we have in on campus? How yeah, how things move on. So that's
Yeah.
we
How
trying to
old is your
understand.
child, Vishnu?
Our child is the elder one is 4 years.
Okay.
Sorry, he's studying in year 4, 9 years
Okay.
old. The younger one is pretty much starting LKG, 4 years
Okay,
old.
okay, sure, sure. I'll get back to your question too. Yeah. To answer to Sujai's questions, one is like, why back to 300 years old system back again? So what from our experience or from our understanding the present situations where we are seeing that in the school system, at least 60 to 70% of children, I don't say it as a struggle, but they are not enjoying the system, enjoying the current system, and it is they are just pushed, or they are struggling to cope up with this present system. This is what we are seeing. And also, even in terms of professional levels, where we are seeing in the offices, they are actually, if you see, we all have learned on the job most of the things that compared to our studies. So how much we have used our education in our career is the ratio seems to be very less where what we have used from our education compared to the on the job training. That is the second thing which I would like to share. And also, like, what I see is most of us are realizing at the age of 30s 40s that this is not I want to do, this is not I want to do, and we are shifting. But why not we let the youth to decide as early as possible to explore their choices, to explore their interest. And the entire difference is when they are sitting in the college without understanding what it is, and they are not able to cope up, they are struggling, there is a stress over there. But at the same time, when you see the youth who are pretty much, they are into the journey of what they want to do, you can see the difference in joy. This is our experience, what we have seen. The children who were doing the open learning journey and who have already created their own career, every day there is a joy in their journey, which which it's totally so much excited for me to see this children's journey. I can name a few. One is Kanda, who was totally, when he was around 14, he was totally into the music composition. Day and night he used to think about the music. And then he shifted into animal passion, where he learned snake safety, where he learned how to take care of pets, and he did the online workshops for how to train the dogs. He did his business on that at the age of 15, 16. And then he also he did volunteering in Prani Pet. There is so much of journey, and the experience is so much valuable in these youth, which is really, for me, it's exciting to see their experiences. And now he is totally into the fitness. He is a fitness trainer, and he is totally into fitness. He is understanding how the food works on our body and what is age related, and what is the support system we need to go as a fitness trainer, like what all to understand, because each one's body is different. He is learning science, he is learning of the body, he is learning how it impacts the fitness and all these things. So in this last 6 years, at least these three professional passions which he has gone through, it is not, he hasn't just got knowledge about just a few things what he is doing, but he is doing so much deeply. Even a degree child, maybe if you understand a person who is doing his biology, he may say theoretically, but this child, when he is doing, because of his experience, he can relate to whatever we are sharing much more deeper in that sense. That is from our experience what we are seeing. And the second thought is, I forgot your second question. Vijay. Sorry.
No. I think like I guess like got two or three very important points, kind of like for me to further think over it. Of both your answer as well as Kritika's answer. What I really liked about this point is one was the approach itself. I think like in learning, that's what Kritika mentioned.
Yes.
The learning is totally in a different way, and that
Mm.
is where the joy and depth perhaps of the learning
Yes.
comes from that only. I forgot the last part of Kritika's answer that I liked, but I think like I will remember that sometime later. But I guess then maybe the second part of my question was, what is the context why we are going back in there, comes into this, because if these things are missing, then perhaps not only the expensive but kind of a mundane system that we have in place needs challenging. Those who are willing to challenge. So
Yeah.
that's perhaps I would look at it after listening to kind of your thoughts into this. So maybe that's my current thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to
And
bring in one. Sorry, Dila, you want to share something?
yeah, I just wanted to share. I just remembered when Sujay was sharing that, like if we go in this journey, how much depth the children can go. That was one of the point where Sujay was sharing. Like there is an example, like one child called Advik. He was 13 years old, and he was literally into money and understanding shares. He was totally into shares. Day and night, you just go near him, he will start talking about shares. Day and night, he used to. And at the age of 14 years, he did a kind of online online workshop, or not a workshop, online course, which a degree child could, that is what the level of complexity of that particular course was. A degree child and who was experienced, they were not able to handle that depth of study, but this child at the age of 14, he could finish his exams of that online course. And the way when he talks, the really, even the experience of is telling that, oh my goodness, at this age he has got so much of depth and understanding about share market. That is the level of expertise where the children can go. And if you see, even today, 11-year-old child is doing accounts of the entire campus, and the amount of experience and amount of understanding what the child has about money, it's totally different. That is what I say. Any age the child can go in depth when he is passionate. There is no limit for the child to for his learning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kritika.
Yeah, just adding to what Leela is saying, see, that is, again, that's one side of the spectrum, right? Some may be wanting to go so deep and
Yes.
very quickly, but at the other spectrum, there are also some who may not be wanting to go so quickly, or who may want to take some time. And I feel like the system, like really penalizes them very badly. Why can't they take the time? So that's why if you see at CoVersity, we are saying start with a 1 year commitment, because we feel that's the time at least where you need more for the self development aspect than the domain. You get to experience two domains if that's what you want to do. But that whole figuring out, the whole going through that self-directed journey really transforms you at many levels. So that's why we're saying you start with 1 year, but beyond that, we are not saying ki you will end this journey by 2 years or 3 years. It is open to each individual as per their ambitions, as per their aspirations, as per their style, as per their pace. So while we may have someone who's so for someone who's very quick and wants to do it very quickly, the college might be a very big, are itna kyun padna hai, and why go through this grind to then learn again? For someone for who wants to like take it slow, which is absolutely fine too, right? This gives that flexibility and that pace which is comfortable for them. That is one aspect, and the other aspect that I wanted to share with all of you here is the how the industry perceives this, the perspective of the industry. Like our 7 youth who did their first round of internships last year, like the last 6 months, the last 3 months, they were in their internship phase. And we went back to the industry to kind of get their sense of what is it they're looking for. And one very important point that came across was definitely some of the legacy, companies and very bureaucratic companies may still want to go through the college route. I mean, the whole nexus of the college and the industry is that starting point, right? So yes, some companies, legacy companies, all these companies might be, still looking at that way as of now. But there is a whole, different world of be it startups, be it change makers, or be it even those big giant tech companies. We know how Google hires, right? So across the spectrum, uh, people are willing to invest in youth who are driven, who are passionate. So that's what we got to hear from one of these startup founders, that I'm willing to, I know that any which ways, whether I get a college graduate or get someone from your CoVersity, I may have to invest. I'm not expecting the domain expertise at an internship level. But I want to see someone who is driven. I want to see, can they showcase, their abilities? Can they have at least those soft skills that requires to kind of, get into the grind of things, figure things out. And I think because this is a self-directed journey, these kids are, by virtue of it, they're in that mode of working, right? Yeah. So I just wanted to bring in that even the industry in that sense, I'm not saying all, but many are uh, equally open, and open to portfolios, open to, youth working with them, youth actually challenging and questioning them on many things. That's the feedback we got, and I just wanted to put it forth with all of you here. Yeah.
Anup, I'll answer Vishnu. Anup is also asking regarding that. Anup, you wanted to complete your question?
No, I think I got my answer with the previous share from Kritika around. So I was about to ask, what do kids who have gone through this, what's the feedback on them, and like how's the acceptance in that sense? Yeah. So I think I got my response there.
Okay. Yeah. So to answer to Vishnu, like children who are at campus, they have the schedule such that the 5 weeks is at campus working, and then 1 week there is a break week where children go homes and connect with the families. And it doesn't, the learning doesn't stop there. We also do have online things working on, where children, when they are at home, they can still connect to through online. So the journey continues, whether they are at home or whether they are at campus. So we do.
Leela.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is from Vishnu's end. I'm Reena, his wife. We're just sitting together. So just one question. So is that going to be kind of a residential period, the 5 weeks that the kids stay there in the campus? So only the kids will be staying there, right?
Yes.
Or, I just wanted to understand how things work. Yeah.
It depends. Like one of the child who is 3.5 years old, his mom, both come together and they must stay Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they go back, and Thursday, Friday they come. And there is some few children, they are from Hosur, and some earlier they were from Bangalore, who they come on Monday, go back on Friday to their homes. And there are some families who are little far off, like Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, and Delhi, and from these areas. So they go once in this break week, they go home. All these kind of, all combinations are open, and it is completely open, and it is flexible for each family to decide how they want to take the journey, how often they want to be part of campus, and how often they would like to be part in online. So it is very flexible.
Leela, if I may share.
Sorry.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, if I may share my experience with Aarohi, being an Aarohi ex-family member, as well as being at campus whenever the time permits us, or whenever we, like, my daughter wants to be part of the campus. So we are like connected with the community even through sitting in our own homes. So we
Yes.
have this Aarohi X where we are online having multiple clubs on, again, based on the interest, and that is not just only restricted to the children, even we adults are part of it, whenever whatever we like it, kind of. And then whenever we want to go to the campus and explore different things outdoors, we do that. So these two platforms are being offered by Aarohi to us, staying little far away from the Hosur.
Okay, got it. Because we are based in Chennai, and the little one is, just 4 years old, and it's more unlikely that we can, leave her there and come back. And with the elder one, also he has slight, medical issues, so we're concerned to leave him back. I mean, leave both of them back there and come home. So we, as we are based in Chennai, we would probably look at, staying there for a few weeks and then, taking a week or two off. That's, on a very high level, we could just think about it that way. And in that case, I just wanted to understand how parents could stay there and how how the expenses part of it is managed, and how does it usually work? Is it quite common that the parents stay there, or is it something that is on a case by case basis?
It depends
Because
upon the
it's a very new structure to us, so we're getting, it may be a very dumb question, but
No,
it's a
no,
quite
no,
new
no. There
structure
is
to us,
no
so
dumb
just trying.
question. Yeah, there is no dumb question, please. Yeah. So what we say is the family decides actually what is that, how much they can commit time. And actually, we say that the child is not joining the community, family is joining the community. That is why we share. And even when you're at campus or at Aarohi extended at homes, it is not just the child being part, it is the whole family is being part of it, where you also are an open learner. So you also join campus as open learner. You do your choice of interest, and the child does what is the child is interested in, and that is how it works. And it's completely flexible for you to decide how many weeks you want to be part of campus. And the fee structure also allows that it is not for the child; it is the family to come be part of the campus. So when you are at campus, if you are a parent, you are just not parent to the child. It is for the entire community living at campus. You are a parent. So that way it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I really appreciate that because it's something quite rare that we've never heard of, I guess. I mean, we've been part of, a very small community like that where, all the parents work together, but it's really nice. Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe probably will pop in during the 19th to 23rd, and we keen to meet many of you there.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for the. I mean, that's the primary thing that we were, looking to understand, and because I mean, the elder one has already been a part of, a very similar small community, like 30, 40 families. They're, I mean, here based in Chennai, they're running a kind of a homeschooling cooperative. So we, to some extent, we understand how things work in an open learning model. And but our, I mean, the one based in Chennai is a bit, a city kind of a thing, where whereas when, as we go through the Aarohi website, we see that it's more raw and organic. Just wanted to understand that part of it as well, because what we are seeking is that the kids should at least get an exposure to all the life skills. When we are based in Chennai, or if we put them in a very traditional school, I mean, the conventional schooling model doesn't even, you know, allow the parents or the children to understand what is a life skill. So in that aspect, how I mean, how things work, or how extensively you focus on life skills part of it. That's my second question.
Yeah. Ruchika, you want to answer that life skill part?
Yes, definitely. Because I really, want to just say in one word, living in a community with people itself will teach you multiple of life skills, what is required to live in this bigger world. Because in my daughter also, I have, though she's been on campus for a very, very few times, but even, still being connected with the online platform of Aarohi families, I can see a lot of changes in her in so many ways. How, like, how to really put herself forward, talking and so many things, even designing her day, how to be responsible for her own learning in that way. And I would say being on campus, working just in a kitchen as a, team gives you multiple life skills, which might not sometimes give your child those things in your own houses, because it's a very different thing. Because I have seen those things in my child whenever she has gone to campus, and after coming back from campus, I see there is some other feather in her cap. I really see those feathers in her cap, and I see like drastic changes in her behavior, drastic changing in her way of taking things responsibly. So I feel just being on the campus with people in a community will teach them life skills. No, I think no school can teach that. Seriously.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, nice to hear that. And may I ask, at any given time, approximately how many people usually stay back there in the campus? Approximately, because it might differ time to time, I guess, depending on. According to this model, the number of people who stay in the campus at any given time, approximately, how many would that be?
It's more or less 15 to 20 people are always there, and it keeps varying. Some festival weeks, many children go home, and then if the strength will be little less. Otherwise, it's mostly more than 15. Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, nice. And that will be from different age groups, and that is an added advantage,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Yeah, nice. And in total, how many families are associated with Aarohi? I mean, distant or being closer to the location.
So we are around
Approximately, just
100 people connected together in the community. It's around 40 families. So it extended Aarohi X plus Aarohi and CoVersity all together. We are around, each one of us, if you see that that way, that is 100, more than 100. We are connected together.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. And are you associated with the? Is Aarohi associated with the other? The same. Other schools or other groups that that have the same open learning model, or do we operate very individually? Did I put my question correctly? I don't know. I'm just trying to understand that. Do you work with the other schools that follow open learning model, or is it just is it just operated independently, or just work independently?
See, we work independently, and our whole thing is we just follow the child. No other philosophy or nothing like that. And it's mainly we trust the child, and we follow the child. That children are the main thing that drives Aarohi.
I would just like to say Aarohi is associated with the world.
Okay.
Yes, super, Ruchika.
Okay.
Yeah, just adding to that, there is a
Nice.
lot of collaborative, energy between different alternative learning centers. So, sometimes we'll go to Pune and host our meetups with some alternative learning center. Then we've gone to Bombay, Chennai. So while we all operate independently, but definitely there's a lot of collaborative energy there.
Yes, yes. That's what I
40,
wanted
like
to
40,
have.
yeah, like 40 families are part of Aarohi. So you can imagine how much kind of, what different kind of energies these 40 families must be bringing in this whole platform.
Hello.
So, and these 40 families are not only from one city, we are from all over the country. Even we have people from abroad also. So just imagine how much energy and how much exposure we all bring in. As Leela said it, it's not about
Nice,
a
nice.
child joining Aarohi, it's a family joining Aarohi.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice. So it's mostly the parents that we work along with the children, right? So the 40 families work along with our children, and so is that I mean, is that what we are doing?
Yeah, I think, Reena, it would be very kind of, like we can put it in words, but I think the experience will really make all the difference, rather than,
I
yeah,
understand.
I would definitely say come to the campus and you can get a feel of that, because no matter how much I, Ruchika and
Sure,
Leela kind of try to
sure.
put it in words, it doesn't give the flavor that, it really is.
Okay,
Uh, yes. So just
okay,
another thing
okay.
is,
Got
I
it,
have,
got it. Yeah.
sure, we put down the list of relevant links that will help you. So if you're looking for, joining the community at campus, there's the link. If you want to look at what Ruchika and family are doing, which is, connected to the family from their homes, we have ROEX. If you want to be part of more discussions, we have a very vibrant WhatsApp group which talks about open learning, unschooling, all those things. If you are a teen parent and looking for some support or guidance, we have the CoVersity website. You can go there or connect with us from there. Uh, yes, and you can check out our upcoming events, which has the entire list of calendar well planned for the next few months, where you can plan your travels accordingly.
Okay, okay. Sure, sure. We'll check it out, and yeah, we'll definitely pop in during the coming 19th to 23rd. Thank you for the inputs.
Okay. Any other thoughts, questions from others who are here? Or you want to just maybe give your introduction, because I don't think we've kind of heard from Suprabha, Amrita, Mohit, Kaniga.
No questions.
Okay. All right. So, Leela, shall we pause for today? Or you want
Yeah.
to share something?
Yes, we are always. We can put our numbers in a chat window. If you want to connect with us to know more, you can always do that. So, yeah, I'll just put in the chat window.
Yes.
Hey,
Ruchika,
Lina,
you can also
generally
share your number.
we have a meetup, right? Generally
Every,
five.
sorry?
So is this the same link that is used every Saturday, or is it
Yes. Yes. Every Saturday, this link.
okay? So there used to be another meetup every Saturday where Ratnesh and Aditi used to coordinate, or is it now?
It's the same thing. We just take turns. Ratnesh is traveling, so this week it's us. But yeah, you will find a mix of us here and there. But it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
meetup.
Acha, okay, okay. So I thought that okay,
Yes.
there are two different meetups. Okay,
No, same thing.
okay.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us on this Saturday evening.